Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pregame from the Pond, Madison Mallard Pregame Show. Derek Brizendine alongside Alec Dopp. And Alec, welcome to the last week of the season.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire here, Derek, and a lot of stuff to be determined as far as, playoff seeding is concerned. The playoff teams, and we'll kind of get into that, are, set at this point, but, a lot of things to be determined, and every pitch is a big pitch at this point.
And like you said, the playoff spots are still up for grabs, but all 8 teams that will be in the playoffs are set. So in the South Division, we have the Kenosha Kingfish, Madison Mallards, Green Bay Bullfrogs, and the Crossloggers. And then in the North, we have the St. Cloud Rocks, the Duluth Huskies, the Wilmer Stingers, and the Rochester Honkers.
Yeah, it's all 8 teams extremely deserving to be in the playoffs. Obviously, a lot of good combinations of pitching and hitting from every club, and the Mallards definitely included in that, and that's a big reason why they're here and in this position. But we got a couple more games to win here in the next few days, and the implications are huge, obviously.
And this playoffs, it's really gonna be a good test for all the teams because teams are starting to lose players as coaches are calling players back, and some players are just starting to hit their stride. Some players are starting to wear out, and there's just some really good talent. Like we saw last night in the Major League Dream Showcase, there are some excellent players out there that teams are going to really rely on as we come down to the playoffs here.
Yeah, and you mentioned guys hitting their strides. Actually, Tyler Leffler, shortstop for the Wilmer Stingers, actually had the home run and double last night, and showed a really good glove at shortstop for the visiting team in the first game. He's actually had a slow start to the season with the bat, but last night he showed everyone why he might be a major league prospect, and that goes for a lot of the guys and a couple Mallards, and especially, and we'll get into that, as the season in the next couple days here, we'll talk about that. But it's a juggling match for every manager and all the teams, just kind of figuring out what guys they do have, what guys they won't have for the playoffs. It's tough.
And last night was really interesting because I learned that the star for the Lacrosse Loggers, Mason McCoy, started out the year as a temp player, and now as we go into the playoffs, he's going to be a guy that Lacrosse looks to as a key factor to push them to that title. And guys like Gene Ramirez for the Mallards, these guys are going to play huge roles here in the next couple of weeks because they are going to be the guys that have been around all season long that are going to be looked to as leaders.
Yeah, and you can throw Anthony Gonsolin with that too. Obviously, he's had arguably the most versatile season of any hitter in the Northwoods League with the stolen bases and home runs, the combination of that. But, you mentioned those names. I mean, those guys are going to play huge roles. I mean, we've seen, Mason McCoy, he's a great hitter. I think he leads the league still in batting average at this point, around 366. So, and that Lacrosse team is scary. I mean, they can hit and they can score in bunches. So, it'll be important for, those previously temp position guys to keep their stride going into the postseason for sure.
As we look for where the Mallards could finish in the playoff standings here, they could finish anywhere from 2nd to 4th. It's still to be determined. And as we look at the other 3 teams that they could play, I'm not sure there's one of them that I want to play over any of the others because they've all got something different that challenges the Mallards in a way that on any given night you just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially with Kenosha. I mean, they've obviously been hands down probably the best team overall this entire season, I think a lot of people would say. And they've given the Mallards a lot of trouble and a lot of teams trouble in Kenosha. So you definitely don't want to try your hand there. And so we'll try to elude the 4th seed here because they're probably going to get the 1st seed in the playoffs. But going on the road is always a challenge, especially when just in the Northwoods League or any sport in general. Just playing in those clutch moments on the road is tough. But this is the time when you get to kind of avoid those situations and just play well late in the regular season.
As we look forward to tonight, Brandon White on the mound for the Mallards, making his first start of the summer here. What's going to be key for him because he's only been seen out of the bullpen 1 or 2 times. What's it going to be like for him to now be in the starting role?
I think the biggest thing for Brandon, he doesn't strike out a lot of guys, and that you know, he's only not that you know, he's had 2 strikeouts in 5 total innings this summer. Not a big sample size, obviously, but you know, he wasn't a high strikeout guy with the community college South Suburban this spring. But you know, it all goes back to approach. I think honestly, you know, Donnie, you know, preaches, you know, pounding the strike zone, you know, getting the ball down in the strike zone, especially getting on top of the pitches early. And you know, I think Brandon, as with anyone else, pretty much, you know, it's just getting ahead early and having confidence in all your pitches, and it will be, you know, interesting to see how he handles that tonight.
Mallard's going to have to come out strong tonight, finish the season strong so we can get that 2 seed and have a home playoff game on Monday. Before we go here, we have one more video for you guys. Enjoy that. Enjoy the game. Go Mallards, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
What's your least favorite ballpark in the Northwoods League?
I haven't played at Alexandria or Wilmar because I fell asleep in that car last time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. You got here early?
Got here early and still missed the bus.
You fell asleep when the bus left. Hey, if you had to pick 2 players to dance with me, who would you pick on this team?
I'd be willing to do it. I would pick,
No, who would do it? Like, who would be the best?
I would pick Goldstein.
Goldstein?
And Rowe.
And Rowe? How's Jamie? Yeah, you like her? She's always concerned about you.
Why?
Logan, he just sleeps till, you know, 2:45. I have to poke him to make sure he's alive. Could I take batting practice, do you think?
Probably not.
Yeah, how far do you think I could hit the ball?
Probably not very far.
Out of the infield?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You think so?
Are you doubting my abilities?
Yes. Very much.
Okay, so what would it take for you to dance on the field for me, like baseball wise? What would I have to do?
Not gonna do that.
No? If I showed you how to steal third? You know how to steal third?
Yeah.
How do you steal third?
Run that way.
Just like that?
Yeah.
What? So you see her and you just run towards her? Oh! I had no clue where that ball was. You're a savior.
Who's this?
Are you gonna play better or worse now that your girlfriend's gone? Better?
Is that you buzzing?
Yeah, my radio. Over there. Oh! Why didn't you save me?
I didn't see it.
What do you mean you didn't see?
This guy went.
I could have got beamed.
You were like this. Heads up.
Heather's like, oh, heads up.
You're like, heads up.
Heather, you would have had to dance tomorrow, man.
Huh?
You would have had to dance tomorrow. You go on the field and dance? I asked Logan if he knew how to steal third, and he just pointed that way. I mean, you know how to steal third? Oh, yeah. Of course. 100. Oh, thanks, Heather. You got me now.